Hi, I'm Teja Gerken with Peghead Nation, and I'm here with a very cool Collings 02H 12-string. I first saw these guitars at a NAMM show several years ago. It was sort of an eye-catcher at the Collings booth, and I've been wanting to check one out ever since, and I recently had a chance to do just that, and I'm very happy to have it here in the studio with me today. Now, Collings isn't the first brand that comes to my mind when I think of 12-string guitars, even though, of course, Collings has built them pretty frequently over the years. But when they really get into creating a new model, they do it in the way that really only Collings does, in that they find a way to do something in a very unique way, even if they're mixing and matching existing components, just as they've done with this guitar. And I think this has turned into one of the more unique and very cool Collings models. So let's take a closer look. So what this, of course, is, it's a 12-fret O-size body, basically a vintage-style body, and it is mated with a 12-string neck. And that is not unheard of in terms of combining these types of dimensions, but it certainly is fairly unusual. This is a short-scale instrument, so it's a 24 7/8 inch scale. The nut width is 1 7/8 inches as well, so it's a fairly common 12-string dimensions in terms of the neck. We have a modified V neck shape, so that's a little bit more in the vintage kind of direction than a lot of contemporary modern 12-strings would go. Of course, the guitar has a slotted peg head. It's hard to overlook because with these small dimensions, the peg head really becomes an even proportionally larger part of the guitar than it does on most 12 strings. I think they've done a beautiful job with this. We have a Golden Age Restoration open gear tuner. There are 6 on a strip tuners on here, beautiful with cream colored buttons, and of course the cream is also mirrored in the Ivoroid binding of the guitar, both on the top and the back. Overall, kind of style 28 kind of look. I didn't mention the woods yet, but we have a Sitka spruce top, and it's a beautiful top, very nice tight grain and beautiful coloring, and Indian rosewood. And with this style 28 kind of theme, herringbone binding on the top, fairly traditional rosette. We have a style 2 zipper type backstrip that is nicely executed on there. Ivoroid heel cap as well. Small dots in the side of the fingerboard as position markers, and traditional diamonds and squares in the front. The guitar has an OM style small teardrop pickguard, and the bridge footprint is relatively small for 12-string, barely enough room for the 12 bridge pins in there. But again, very beautifully executed, and because there isn't really a vintage kind of example of just this exact kind of model, I think it gives Collings a little bit of freedom to do things kind of their own way and put their own touches on this. So between the small body and the short scale, of course, it's a very easy guitar to play. It's also beautifully set up with low action. Definitely one of the easier playing 12 strings that I've come across. Some of these chords I was playing earlier might take a little strength on some 12 strings, but it's really quite effortless, really no different than playing a 6-string on this. So, and of course, the small body also gives it a very focused kind of a sound. Doesn't have the very boomy low end you get with some 12 strings. So this would be a beautiful guitar in the studio, in ensemble contexts, really all kinds of situations where a very large, powerful 12 string might be sort of overwhelming for the sound. That's not to say that this isn't a loud guitar. It just kind of puts out its volume in its own way. It's just a really beautiful sound, really shimmering, great sustain. And just a lot of fun to play. Let me also show you what it sounds like if I'm finger picking it. I'm going to put it into drop D tuning, and we'll see what that's like. Again, really fun to play, great clarity, great balance, and just easy to play as well. The short scale and the great setup, and just the 12 fret neck as well. It means you don't have to reach out with your fretting hand arm quite so much to reach first position chords. So very cool, very unique guitar. Collings also makes a mahogany version of this. This particular guitar came from Tall Toad Music in Petaluma, California. We thank them for assisting us with this demo, and it's just a really fun guitar to play. So if you've been in the market for kind of a unique, very balanced, easy to play 12-string, these are definitely worth adding to your list of guitars to check out. My name is Teja Gerken. Please come back here to Peghead Nation for more gear demos, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.